Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in with me today. I'm Inner Empress and you're here at Inner Empress Readings. So today I'm doing a pick a card on what the Divine Feminine's message to you is. So if you're watching this, I'm assuming that you identify as a Divine Masculine, and I do have the counterpart reading on my channel. So I do have a message from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine for anyone who's interested in cross-watching. But we have our three piles here, and we have pile 1, 2, and 3. So give yourself a moment, see which one resonates with you, and when you're ready, you'll find the timestamp in the description box below. All right, so for those of you who chose pile number 1, this is what your Divine Feminine's message to you is. So it's very interesting. There's a lot of heavy energy in this, not necessarily in a negative sense, but I feel like for those of you possibly watching in this pile, I don't feel like you might be in connection with them. I feel like you might be in separation. Therefore, we have this reconciliation card, and it's saying someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, we also have the 6 of chalices, so the 6 of cups, and this person is looking at like a picture of a man and a woman together. For me, this is talking about positive remembrance. So your Divine Feminine is pretty much saying to you that they remember, you know, your connection. They remember moments that you may have had together. Now, if this is not someone that you've had much interaction with, perhaps they are actually having visions of past lives together, visions of dreams, especially because you have this visions card. It says psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing out of body travel. Also, for some of you, I feel as though your Divine Feminine may also be watching tarot card readings as well, or going to tarot card readers. They may do some type of divination themselves or know that you do. So I'm getting a sense of like missing each other, definitely missing each other, definitely wanting to come back into union, come back into each other's lives. Now, we also have the Lovers here. I feel as though your Divine Feminine is a bit upset. I'm getting a sense of they want you to recognize them. They feel as though you don't see them as their counterpart. Now, for some of you, it might be more of a fact that your Divine Feminine actually just realized that you two are divine counterparts. It may be the reverse, in which your Divine Feminine perhaps was the one who ran away from the connection and actually wants to come back into it, has been dreaming about this connection, has been thinking about it, has been receiving some type of psychic knowledge about it, and it's triggering this memory of the two of you, triggering this remembrance and making them want to make a choice of coming back together, especially if they were dealing with a soulmate or a karmic situation. They're really starting to realize that perhaps you were the person that they needed to be with. So we have surrender resentments. This is a message from your Divine Feminine that your Divine Feminine wants you to surrender any type of resentments you may have in regards to this connection. I feel like they're also letting you know that they are working on surrendering any type of resentments they may have had in regards to you, depending on how your situation turned out. But we have holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. For some of you, something with this red umbrella is very important. Also, I'm thinking of poinsettias. I don't know what these flowers right here are, but they're making me think of poinsettias. That might be important for some of you watching. Poinsettias, I know, tend to be big around Christmas time. So perhaps you went out of union, there was separation around the holiday seasons. It also can be a message in regards to this person coming back into your life around the holiday seasons. So something with that has significance. Also, this pair of socks over here, I'm very drawn to it, and I feel like for some of you, I feel like the separation was because of cheating. You may have cheated, your Divine Feminine may have cheated. Something like that is coming through, like a discovery that was made that was very hurtful. And I feel like that is part of the resentment that is trying to be let go, that's trying to be worked on. Now, for others of you that it does not have to do with that, if your divine counterpart is in a relationship with someone else right now, I feel as though it's talking to me of them finding themselves more and more distracted with your particular connection, the connection between two of you, and kind of, in a sense, mentally checking out of their current relationship. So definitely interesting energy here. You also have the number 37, which breaks down to 10 for any of you that this may be significant to. 10 also breaks down further into 1, so new beginnings. But I feel like you two feel each other on a telepathic level. You two may have been dreaming about each other a lot more. I feel like your divine feminine tries to speak to you, perhaps through a soul level. So you may be seeing signs around. You may be seeing signs. For some of you might have actually found old article of clothes that your divine feminine used to wear, or something that they have bought you that kind of like came out recently. You found it after a long time of not seeing it. For some of you, I feel like your divine feminine is letting you know that they feel you. They feel your energy. I don't know if some of you have been doing energy work, purposely trying to send energy to them. I feel like they're letting you know that they do feel your presence around them, especially if you look here, how this person is embracing this woman, and then I don't know if you can see it, but this mermaid is like holding hands with the mirror image of herself. And I'm really just getting that sense of they feel this connection. They feel you around them spiritually. Also, something is coming through to me in regards to someone being very showy. I don't know if for my divine masculine who are watching, if you've been purposely trying to post pictures on social media or like go out on dates or something and they saw you, but something with being very showy. And this could be them in reverse. Your divine feminine could actually be the one who's trying to like post images of themselves with other individuals in a romantic setting or something to like create jealousy. I feel like this person has definitely put out the message to you that they have acknowledged it. They have seen it. I feel like that is also what has triggered that feeling of resentment, but also the feeling of wanting to reconciliate. So somebody's watching the other person. Somebody's watching them, you know, in a relationship or kissing other people or just something of that nature, and is triggering some deep emotions. Now, your angelic advice is brilliant idea. Archangel Uriel. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. So whatever possibly idea that you had as you were, you know, just listening to that, that's possibly divinely guided and letting you know that, you know, it pertains to your connection, pertains to whatever it is that your question may have been. If you have recently had some type of idea that you felt came out of nowhere, you felt was, you know, divinely guided, it wasn't necessarily just yours, the universe is letting you know, brilliant idea. For some of you, I feel like some type of sign has hit you recently and you were wondering if it was a sign. And I feel like the universe is letting you know, yes, it was. They definitely were trying to lead you to that moment. For some of you, I feel like something with a statue that looks very similar to this. I don't know if that's significant to anyone, but there's this angel that's riding a unicorn, and the unicorn is kind of like rearing itself up. So I don't know if perhaps something with a statue, I'm getting an image of like a park, some type of park, and there's like a similar statue, might be like a soldier on a horse rearing itself up. I don't know if that's perhaps where you and your divine feminine have met or something of that nature, but something like that is coming through. But I feel like the universe is guiding you. So if you have not had this brilliant idea yet, I feel like the universe is letting you know that it will be delivering it to you soon. To pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to your intuition, and, you know, sometimes like a feeling that comes across you, especially with this lightning bolt here. I feel like it's a very shocking light bulb on type of moment. For some of you, light bulbs may actually, you know, be flickering. They might actually, some stuff with your lights may actually be acting up when you walk into rooms. And it's funny because I've had this message, I believe, in the divine masculine reading. So to see that the divine feminine may perhaps be actually acknowledging this message and mirroring it back is very fascinating. But keep an eye on that. For some of you, something with the light, something with electricity, something with, like I said, for some of you, something with this statue, this figure. It doesn't have to be a unicorn. It can be a horse rearing up and like maybe a man or a soldier or something on its back. But something with that is significant to someone for some reason. But just keep an eye on that. But your divine feminine wants you to know that they definitely feel this connection. They definitely feel it. They feel you around them, even if they weren't aware of it before. It could even be a situation where for some of you, they were aware and you weren't, and you may have stumbled across this video because you're curious to find out what exactly it was that they were mentioning. There's something in regards to acknowledgement. Like, I am acknowledging now what I feel for you, how I felt about us. It's actually hurting me to see you with someone else. I'm thinking back on our memories. For some of you, this person is looking at old photographs of the two of you, and I feel like they keep them stashed away in some private area. Might be because they are dealing with someone new and they're trying to like just kind of put that off to the side. But I do get a sense of this pile may possibly be reconciliating. Now, this person could be thinking about that, could be wanting that, but I feel like there's some type of reconciliation going on here, especially with this Six of Cups, this Lovers. I think also for some of you that your divine feminine is waiting for you to reach out to them. I also think there might be some misunderstandings in this pile to where the divine feminine thinks that you resent them, that you think that the divine feminine resents you. And I feel like there's some miscommunications that are going on, and that if you two were to come together and talk about it, that this actually, you would realize wasn't as big of an issue as you thought that it was. So if that resonates with you, that message is for you. If it doesn't, it's absolutely okay. But for some of you, some of the divine masculine watching, you're going to have to take the first step and you're going to have to reach out. For others of you, you know, your divine feminine is saying that they are going to be reaching out possibly to you soon. But I definitely get an energy that you two are very spiritually connected. You're feeling each other very much so on the 3D right now. And just pay attention to your ideas. Also, for someone, something with lovebirds, it's coming through. I'm not exactly sure if perhaps you keep a pair of lovebirds, if there are a pair of lovebirds around your home or something. Some of you, someone might have a tattoo of lovebirds on their ankle. Like, you might have matching tattoos or something, like a bird matching tattoo. So that's coming through for someone. For someone else, something with your karmic. Like, I feel as though your divine feminine is pretty hurt right now, and that's going back to the releasing resentment, because something with a karmic, something with perhaps they see that, you know, you have gone back to someone that you said you weren't going to deal with, or you possibly weren't interested in before, and now they've kind of realized that you were talking to this person. They have seen evidence of that. Now, this could be reversed. You could be feeling that and realizing that they have done that, but there's something with a karmic coming through trying to entice away from this connection. Now, that may not necessarily work. I do see you two coming back into some type of reunion. Now, this could be a reunion just to talk, just to clear some air. Could be a matter of you two actually joining one another once again, becoming in a relationship. But I'm definitely seeing that there needs to be some talks that happen. And I see that some games need to stop being played for some of you as well, because there's a lot of third parties, I feel like, that are happening for some instances, for some divine masculine who are watching in regards to their divine feminine. There's a lot of tit for tat for some of you, and that needs to stop. Like, that kind of behavior needs to stop from both ends, from them, from you, like whoever is participating in it. That behavior has to go. But yeah, that's all that I'm getting for pile 1. If you happen to like the reading, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Please keep in mind also that this is a general reading for the collective. So there's going to be some things that resonate for you. There's going to be some things that don't, and that's absolutely fine. Take only what resonates. But if you would like a more personal reading, I do offer that in my Etsy shop. You can find the link for that in the description box below. But in the meantime, I do have other readings on my channel if you want to check those out. If not, thank you so much for watching and take care. All right, so for those of you who chose pile 2, let's find out what your divine feminine wants you to know. So a message to you from your divine feminine is that for some of you, I get a sense that either they're waiting for some type of gift from you, or waiting to give you something. Or perhaps recently you have sent them something. Like, it could even be a message, some type of message. Could be a gift or something. I feel like Some of you may have actually reached out to them and you're waiting for some type of reply, perhaps. I feel like your divine feminine in this pile, there's quite a bit of energy coming here. So let's break this down a bit. For some of you, your divine feminine wants you to open up more. Your divine feminine wants you to share with them more. They feel as though that there's not an equal balance and exchange of energy that's going on. Perhaps you ran away from the connection. Perhaps they did. But there's some type of imbalance going on in regards to making sure that there's equal give and take. Also, I feel like for some of you, you might not have been emotionally available when this connection had first began. Now that could be reversed. You could feel as though your divine feminine was not emotionally available and that they were kind of holding back from the connection. But I do see that someone, there's somewhere an imbalance and this was causing stress. Now this could be that you're stressed out and your divine feminine is trying to tell you to surrender this stress. It says, take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. So some of you, I feel like, have been trying to do that, have been trying to release your stress. You might be getting into yoga, you might be getting into meditation, breath work, just trying to relax and not feel so worked up. I'm feeling like some of you have panic attacks, some of you have emotional breakdowns, and it's nothing wrong with expressing your emotions, but I feel like there are triggers for you in this relationship that your divine feminine is letting you know from a higher perspective that they are with you. They're with you. This connection is going the way it's supposed to be, that you're both learning lessons and giving lessons, like teaching them amongst each other, and to not feel so burdened, to feel so trapped by the connection. Also, I feel as though for some of you, there's an issue with children with this connection. For some of you, your divine feminine might have children. You might have children. There might be an instance where your divine feminine is married or you are. There's different families that are going on. And so I feel like that could be an instance of why you two have not been able to come together. There's also something going on here for some divine masculine watching of non-commitment in a sense. Now that could be you or that could be your divine feminine, but I feel like someone is scared of committing, of the long term, of the thought of like children and family life and settling down, something like that. I'm feeling an anxiety in regards to that. I feel like there is something in regards to this connection, once again, of being imbalanced, where you two may want two completely different things. And I feel like perhaps on a physical level, like if you have had sex with this divine feminine before, that on a physical level and an emotional level, even a spiritual level, everything is wonderful between you. But when it comes to what it is that you actually want to establish in this life, there might be some disconnect going on there. And that's because there's some emotional maturity and spiritual maturity that needs to happen somewhere in this connection. Your divine feminine is letting you know that they want you to have a wonderful life. They want you to have everything that it is that, you've ever wanted. Some of you might be married. Some of you might be in soulmate or karmic relationships with someone else. Your divine feminine is saying that I see that. For some of you, your divine feminine may have actually tried to entice you recently, like in regards to possibly being together. But I feel like there might be some stress on some of the viewers watching because you've kind of been in this cycle before with your divine feminine. They're not being completely serious with really wanting to lay down roots with you. And it's like, yeah, you're enticing me back into the connection, but it's not providing for me everything that I need, everything that I want. So that's coming through for some. Now, for others of you, I feel like something with an offering. I feel like your divine feminine either wants you to make an offer towards them or they want to make an offer towards you. I feel like it's divided. For some of you, your divine feminine wants you to reach out to them. And for others of you, your divine feminine wants to reach out to you, might be feeling a little nervous, a little scared, especially if you're in a new connection and they see that maybe you've moved on with your life. You might not want them anymore. For some of you, I see that perhaps your divine feminine appears to have moved on with their life. And for those of you who your divine feminine has moved on with their life and perhaps started a family, perhaps is married or something like that, I see that they want you to go forth and try to be with someone, to try to connect to another individual, not feel so stuck on the connection, because they feel your energy. They feel your energy and they feel how stressed your energy has been. Now, your divine guidance is courage. And so it says, Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. So for some of you, this actually goes back to making an offer, reaching out. For others of you, it's in regards to being courageous enough to go ahead and try to talk to someone new, try to, live your life. Some of you have become stuck in a sense, and I feel like, there's some things in your life that may be holding you back from either pursuing a new partner or even something with this connection. I feel like there's some toxic energy in this connection, and that's possibly why it's feeling rocky, because you are trying to learn how to blend out that toxicity. You both are trying to learn the lesson of your soul and blend that out. And so I feel as though for some of you, you might need to be courageous. You might need to take some steps towards your life, towards your goals, what it is that you actually want. You may want to come into union with your twin, but it might be a matter of right now is not the proper time. And for others of you, it might be a matter of you need to reach out. You need to say something, you need to let it be known how you feel about this connection or something that happened in regards to you. Others of you, something with therapy is coming out to me. Being courageous enough to go to therapy, to talk to someone, to express yourself. Make sure you're not trying to treat your stresses with harmful self-medication. For some of you, I feel like you might actually receive unwanted news that your divine feminine, or you may have already received the news that your divine feminine may be pregnant, maybe starting a family. I get a sense for some of you, it might be a little shocking to find out that your divine feminine may have possibly moved forward, especially if there was some prior communication and you were given like the impression that things between the two of you were about to blossom. This is not a terrible energy pile. This is just a pile of, like, for those who chose to, that energy needs to still be worked out. There are still lessons that need to be worked out within this particular connection. I do feel as though somebody needs to be courageous. And somebody needs to also stand their ground in regards to their belief. And since this card is in regards to you, you need to be courageous. You need to stand your ground, especially if your divine counterpart is perhaps not in the highest vibration and trying to lead you to do things that are against, who you say you are as a person. Then you have to put your foot down and be willing to say, no, I'm not going to do that. Or no, I'm not going to compromise on that. I'm not going to stay in this low vibration. I'm going to, do what I feel is right for my soul. And if you want to join me, then you have to elevate your own vibration in order to meet me there. But other than that, I'm not going to play this game with you. I feel like for some of you, something with healing your inner child is coming through. Healing your inner child and being able to move forward with the relationship. So that could have been an issue for some of you who are watching, that you were not emotionally ready to move forward with the relationship, and your divine feminine, that might have caused some strife between the two of you. For someone watching, your divine feminine is concerned about the fact, like, there's a sense of jealousy going on. I feel like your divine feminine might be very insecure and always kind of accuses you of talking to other people or other people wanting to be with you, and something of that nature is coming through, like people trying to entice you. And I feel like that could have been strain on your relationship because of their insecurity. That's definitely coming through. For someone, a fox is important. Also, someone in this situation might be a Leo. Doesn't have to be, but that's coming up with the lions in the background, so that might be specific for someone who needs to hear that. Something with their Leo. You could be Leo, they could be Leo. But something with fox is coming up. Fox and hummingbird. I would look up, I mean, I know there's some dogs, some puppies here, and that might stand out for somebody, especially if you bought your divine feminine a puppy as a gift, or vice versa. That could be important for somebody. But I'm more so drawn right now to the hummingbird and to this fox. Also, starfishes are standing out to me. So look up the spiritual meaning of those. I know that foxes tend to deal with being very clever. They also tend to be with tricksters in a sense. You know, you might want to look up the spiritual meanings of hummingbirds, of starfishes, of foxes, especially for some of you who I feel like something with your dreams, you may have seen some of those symbols, or may have actually seen lately those animals around you in a sense. Could be in paintings, could be out in your garden with the hummingbird. So for some of my divine masculine watching, your divine feminine wants you to offer some type of truth, or they want to offer some type of truth to you. Especially because I see this bowl of fruit down here and it looks like figs. I know figs have to do with, I believe, purity, speaking truth. So there's something that they want to tell you, and perhaps you need to be courageous and stand up and tell your divine feminine the truth about something, maybe about how you feel, maybe about something that took place between the both of you. Something is coming through with that. Also, something here, what was I picking up? Some divine masculine who are watching. Now, this could apply for you. This could apply to your divine feminine. But I feel like somebody is hurt, and instead of expressing their hurt, there was some like revenge situation that happened. It could be revenge sex that took place, or going back to an ex, or just dealing with a karmic just because, you know, hey, you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you. That's coming across. And I do feel like there possibly might need to be some apologies in this pile. Not for everyone. For some of you, it's just a matter of like insecurities are holding this connection back. A lot of fear of being hurt on both sides, or maybe even more so the divine feminine side. But I feel like there needs to be some open communication and some apologies that need to happen, some truth. Somebody's waiting for the truth on something. So I definitely think that for you, you need to have courage. Perhaps you need to offer the truth. Perhaps you need to demand the truth. That might be what you need to do, but definitely there needs to be more give and take in this particular connection. So that's all that I'm seeing for pile 2. Thank you so much for watching. If it resonated with you, I would love to hear what resonated. If you feel comfortable sharing, I always respond back to the comments. I always read them. If you did like the video, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for watching. Now, please only take what resonates. I'm channeling a lot of people, so it's a lot of different things that come through. But if you would like a more personal reading, I do offer those in my Etsy shop. You can find the link for that in the description box below. Take care. All right, so for those of you who chose pile 3, let's find out what your divine feminine wants you to know about your connection in general, like what messages that they have for you. So I pulled Playfulness card. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I also have Unrequited Love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Song of the Siren. The call, summoning, voice to acknowledge, and surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual health. All right. So instantly when I turned the cards over, what grabbed me was this combination right here. Playfulness and unrequited love. So I feel like for some of the divine feminine that I'm channeling, they're actually letting it be know that playfully they like to make it seem as if they don't feel this connection, as if they don't like you. I feel like that's definitely a lie, but they're playing hard to get, some of them. For another particular group of divine feminine that I'm channeling in this pile, something with they're in a relationship like with a soulmate or a karmic who they really don't have feelings for, and they're just with this person to kind of be with this person. I feel like maybe this person reminds them of happier times, makes them feel a little more freer, maybe against the grain of what they usually dated. So I'm getting those kind of messages that are coming through. So definitely trying to play hard to get in one instance and acting like they don't like you, and then in another instance, for those of them who might be in a connection with someone else, they're really not fulfilled in that connection, but they're just moving forward with being a part of it. I feel like even some of them may have pressure from friends and family to be in that connection. But I think that, you know, for some of you who have actually been in union at one point, they remember what it was like to be with you, and they're not feeling that now with this person, but they're trying to recapture that. Now, some divine feminine in this particular connection, I just want to point out that we have the number 5 here, so that might be significant for some of you who may have been seeing a repeating number 5s around. 5 is the number of divine chaos, divine change. So something has changed recently to where this divine feminine is letting you know that they have been feeling summoned. They have been feeling like they hear your voice. You know, there's some type of pull on their soul. Some of you might have actually been speaking to your divine feminine spiritually during meditations. Some type of communication going on. You might have actually tried to call, or this could be a message from your divine feminine that they have tried to call you, like literally on the phone, or reach out in that type of way. I do see that they are trying to surrender to complete healing. They are trying to definitely let go of a lot of pain that they have had. I also feel like on a spiritual level that they are letting go. Now there's another message here that I'm getting, that for some of you divine masculine who are watching, you have actually been doing energy work, energy healing on yourself. I feel like your divine feminine is letting you know that they definitely feel that. They're aware of it on a 5D level, a spiritual level, that you actually have been helping this connection between the two of you by healing. You know, you're helping them to heal as well. So it's a really beautiful, positive energy coming through. I feel like some of them have seen the light. Some divine feminines are saying like they have come to some type of revelation. They've come to understand something. Also, for someone very specific, this necklace is really standing out to me. I feel like for someone watching, you brought your divine feminine a necklace, and that it's one of their favorite necklaces, one of their favorite pieces that they wear often or they very much cherish. So that's coming through. For someone watching, I feel like your divine feminine, you two may be separated by a great distance. Like you may live on different parts of the world. And if not different parts of the world, like I feel like there's a large body of water that separates you. Something with water is very significant. I mean, you could be a water sign, your divine feminine could be a water sign. I try not to get too heavy into the astrological signs because we can all have various signs in different parts of our charts, but something with water is coming through. Somebody also has had a dream. I don't know if you had a dream of your divine feminine being underwater, or possibly even giving birth, some type of dream. Now, in regards to the wheel, I feel like there's a few different messages coming in. First off, for some of you, your divine feminine may have been observing you, especially if you've been out there like really dating and stuff lately, trying to take your mind off of this connection. Your divine feminine has observed you. You know, dating could be lurking on your social media and whatnot. For others of you, I feel as though your divine feminine is shedding different parts of themselves and really like growing into who they are. Like they feel a shift in the connection. There's definitely a change that's happening, and there's a shift even with you. So I feel like becoming more comfortable with revealing them true selves to you. For some reason, for someone watching, these apples are really standing out to me. These like pale yellowish, yeah, like a pale yellow apple. I don't know what that could mean to someone. I don't know if you went apple picking before, went to an orchard or something. but that's standing out to me. But I just get a sense of there's a lot of change that's happening. There's a lot of change that's shifting and going on. I also feel like for some of you, your divine feminines are embracing their sexuality more, becoming open to it, especially if they were shy about it, especially if you two happen to be a same-sex couple. So I feel like there is some type of shift that's going on, or if they were very bashful before, there's some type of shift. Even wanting to be out in the open, doesn't have to be just in a sexual sense, but wanting to acknowledge this connection, like wanting to let the world kind of know about it in a sense. So I do see that there's some change that is happening. Your divine feminine is aware of it, is letting you know about it. But for those of you that your divine feminine is in a connection with someone else, or perhaps you are, you know, it's kind of like games are being played in a sense of, I know I really don't want to be with this person. I know you really don't want to be with that person. You may have love for them. They might have love for their person, but it's a sense of, I feel like I'm drawn to you and I don't know what to do about it. So there's definitely some frustration that's going on in this connection. For others of you, I see somebody wanting to kind of take a chance and give this connection a try. They're feeling called to do so. And the more that they move into their healing, the more that they accept themselves completely, accept this connection completely, they'll be able to do that. For some of you, something with 3, it could be a 3-party situation that was an issue between you. It also could be a 3-party situation in regards to gossip that's coming to me. So I don't know if perhaps some people who are around the divine feminine or around you, or are mutual acquaintances or friends of the both of you, something with some type of gossip, especially because I see that here as well with these 2 people and this angel. I feel like that may have been a problem with your connection. People gossiping, people creating misunderstandings, being in your ear and the divine feminine's ear. So it really is a matter of, you know, there needs to be complete healing in this connection. And I feel like the more that you both do it individually, the more that you can come together. Now, for those of you who there is no separation between you, that you already are in each other's lives, it's a matter of feeling like still needing to take chances, still needing to once again become more comfortable with this connection and opening oneself up, still needing to be careful of outside influences trying to whisper in your ears. I'm really getting a sense of like karmic energy, especially spiritually. Some of you might have been feeling very drained lately. I feel like your divine feminine is saying that they have felt kind of under attack from negative energies lately. So just be careful not to share information about your connection too much with other individuals. You know, that could be allowing them a doorway to put their energy and their thoughts in, you know, into your connection. But I feel like your divine feminine wants to open up to you more, wants to have fun, wants to also see you have fun, see you go through a healing, see you kind of prosper in a sense. There's also some type of call I feel like that you're not answering with a talent, and your divine feminine is letting you know that, you know, you're kind of letting an opportunity, a big opportunity in regards to your soul's calling go by. Maybe you're a musician or an artist, or you want to switch careers, or, you know, anything. I just feel like your divine feminine is telling you to take a chance on your dreams, take a chance on the things that are calling your soul. Now, advice to you is passion. And this is from the Archangel Oracle deck. And it says, Archangel Haniel, I believe I pronounced that properly. If not, my apologies. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. So once again, you know, some of you may be feeling a spark in regards to your love life, feel a spark in regards to something you want to do, a hobby or anything like that. And your divine feminine wants you to know, you know, go towards it. Go, have fun, enjoy your life. You're meant to be either together or in separation, however it is for you right now. It's meant to be this way for a reason. There are things that you're supposed to learn, that they're supposed to learn, you know, and if it is that you two are supposed to come together in this life, then you're going to be completely different people because of this experience. You're going to be healed people because of this experience. And it's okay that if you two end up dealing with different partners, that's absolutely fine. I am seeing this unrequited love here. So I do feel like some of you are forcing yourselves to be with different people. But At the end of the day, make sure that you are attending to your soul mission, your soul purpose. Make sure that you are attending to your healing, because that is what is most important. So that message is definitely coming through. I feel like for some of you, your divine feminine is trying to urge you to break out of a shell. Like, some of you might be more introvert, might be a bit more shy, and they're trying to break you out of that. Something with one night stand just popped into my head. I don't know if some of you have been trying to drown your emotions in one night stands or like shallow connections, or perhaps your divine feminine has been doing that, and it's a matter of letting you know that that's not the path to healing. And perhaps they have been doing this and they understand this now, or perhaps you have been doing this and they're letting you know that this is not what's going to help you. But there's definitely an energy here of you need to focus in on yourself. Don't worry so much about the connection. The connection is going to do what it needs to do. There are times of change happening, but answer the soul call that you feel. Allow them, your divine feminine, to answer the soul call that they feel. And if it's supposed to come back together, it will. But I do feel like your passion may be what brings you both together. This person, this angel, I don't know what it is that this angel is holding in their arms. I feel like it might be a ceremonial, like religious something. I almost think it's like the hat of a pope or something like that. But for some of you, you might be getting passionate about following your religious beliefs or your spiritual beliefs. You might be feeling led on a new journey. Also, with these wings being a rainbow color, some of you might be coming, I don't know if it's correct to say out of the closet, but some of you might, you know, like I said, be a same-sex couple, might be trying to embrace your sexuality more, especially if you struggle with your sexuality versus your faith. That could be something that your divine feminine is trying to help you heal, so that you become more of a complete you. But you have a lot of divine guidance around you, a lot of love, a lot of spiritual help that's happening. And, you know, your divine feminine really is just trying to send you positive energy, just trying to fill out their own path, find their own path and follow it. So definitely positive energy here. I think that this connection, even if you did possibly separate, this connection feels a bit recent. So you may have recently separated. For those of you who it's been a while since separation or even union, I feel like the situation, like whatever has caused separation before in the past, is not been very much dealt with, that it's now something that's being looked at and observed closely. So as I was saying, if you have separated a while ago, I feel like the energy is re-picking itself up with this summoning card, because there are changes happening. You know, you're no longer the same person. They're no longer the same person. There are definitely changes that are happening, and these changes are trying to lead you to your passions. All right, so that's all that's coming to me right now for pile 3. But thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear what resonated with you in the comments below. I always read the comments. I always comment back. If you like the reading, please be sure to like and subscribe. And please keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective, so everything is not going to resonate with you. I'm picking up a lot of different people's energies here. But if you would like a more personal reading, I do offer those in my Etsy shop. You can find that link in the description box below. But until next time, I am wishing your connection nothing but love and light, sending lots of love and light to you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, night, wherever it is where you are. Take care.